My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. I can certainly tell you what you need to know in 5 minutes. I worked at IRS for a decade. I'm in private practice for how long now? 4 decades. So I'm 5 decades old. I have a whole team built around resolving IRS problems myself. I'm a national expert in resolution. I've worked about 10,000 cases. You can find my information in the description section if you need to use us. And I'm using this YouTube platform for a lot of reasons. I use it for 3 reasons actually. So you do not get ripped off. 2, so I can inform you different things you need to know. And many of my YouTubes are really educational. I've got about, 850 out there. So if you want to ask me something, go ahead. I'll probably make a YouTube on it if other people need to make it. I'm going to keep sounding out the alarm about not using big tax resolution companies for you to retain. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your money, and they don't know what they're doing. So what I want to tell you is this. I want to tell you what the difference is with big resolution companies and small. I don't care who you use. You can use your attorney, your CPA. Just get someone who knows what the hell we're doing. I get so many calls that come in that people are ripped off. I get these cases and people have just ripped apart, paying thousands of dollars to these companies, and they don't know what they're doing. This is the reason that you don't use a big resolution company. All of them. All of them. Here's 2 reasons. 50% of the money that you pay them goes to the salesman that went into your pocket. All those questions they asked you around, what you make, your income, your assets, they're sizing you up. They want to know how much they can charge you. These salesmen drift from company to company. They go from vertical to vertical, mortgage, credit, tax, and their job is to get in your back pocket like Capital One. What do you have in your pocket? That's what they do. Second is that 40% of the money goes to the company itself, and most of that expense is for advertising. Probably wouldn't surprise you that these companies spend just in Google ads a month $250,000. You're paying for the salesman, you're paying for the Google act, and you know who you're paying less for? To the person doing the work. The person doing the work is either an attorney, sometimes, CPA, or an enrolled agent, someone licensed to practice. Here's the problem. Make perfect sense. The person who pretends they know what they're doing on the sales call is inputting your information, sending it into a CRM and their own internal CRM, and then the person working the case just has these scant notes about what really went on with the case. So once you start paying, that back end person is going to try to solve the case whether they really can or not. And then when it goes south, they go, oh my God, I'm sorry, IRS didn't go along with what they said. Let me explain this very succinctly and clearly. If you were to send me a case, this is only my example, I'm sure it's with other people too. You send me your case, if you owe debt, I'm going to tell you exactly how that case is going to close. But I need to know what your current financial statement looks like. If you are not giving your financial statement, the 433F, the A, the OIC, to a third-party professional who's actually going to work your case, you're getting ripped off. You cannot possibly call me and retain me, for instance, without letting me look at your financial, because I don't know whether I can help you, I don't know whether I want the case, and I don't know whether I can add any value. If somebody isn't asking you for a 433F, a 433A, or a 433A OIC, run, because they're lying to you, and don't give them a nickel. You want to speak, listen to me, you want to speak to the person who's going to work your case for the company. At my firm, you just speak to former IRS agents or CPAs or tax attorneys who are working your case. When you call other companies, if you want to use them, make sure you're speaking to the person working your case, and you can't go wrong. Then you ask them, based on similar cases, What can I expect? What can the result be? I've worked over 10,000 cases. This isn't rocket science, but there's formulas specifically that IRS uses to settle your case. So if you're going to use a big tax resolution company, I'm telling you, beware. So how do you know they're big? Most of the big tax resolution companies, if you're going to Google them, will have the word ad up in the corner. That means they're paying to be there. They're paying for that ad space. Generally, you'll see 4 ads on top and 3 ads on the bottom. The organic traffic, it's called organic, is in the middle. They're usually local companies, smaller companies. So remember, if you're using a firm, get a small company that can get. And also, one other thing, get the cell number of the person. If a person's not ready to give you their cell number, if you're going to work their case, leave them too. You need to have access always to the person who's working your case, and you can't go wrong. There's a lot of good companies, but there's a lot of bad companies out there. Not all big companies are bad unless you can speak to the person working your case. The bottom line is, don't use them. You can find my information in the description section. Thank you for listening. Please give me a subscription. That's big for me because it lets YouTube know I'm giving you the information you need and no bullshit. So anyway, you want me to do a YouTube, go ahead and let me know what you want me to do YouTube on. If I find it worthy enough, that means everyone's going to find it worthy enough. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your time. Blessings.